Hello, everybody. My name is Angelina, and I'm just gonna there we go. Okay, so hi, everyone. I'm Angelina. I am the psychic medium and intuitive here at Divinely Driven, and I'm really excited to come to you guys today from my new spot. And also, if you're new to my channel, please make sure you like and subscribe. This is kind of one of my favorite ways of giving you guys some free content and some just channeled messages and readings and all kinds of cool stuff. So if you are new to my channel, please know that I do always make sure to check out the comments and keep up with you guys so that I know what's going on. So I wanted to come to you guys with a little bit of a message today. The way that I mentioned this before, but the way that I usually get these messages is that things kind of happen around me. And it's kind of like divinely driven, I guess, to talk about certain things. So the first thing I want to talk about today is the idea of toxic masculinity or toxic femininity. So here's the thing, you guys. If you believe in your heart of hearts that you are better than somebody because of X, Y, or Z, the issue with that is that you are empowering yourself to take the power away from somebody else. So if you have to take somebody else's power in order to become powerful, that's not power, right? That is control. And we talk a lot about power and control here on this channel because this is so relevant to the life that we're living today, about this idea of power and control. So if you're controlling somebody else, so if you are taking away their power in order for you to become empowered, then are you truly powerful? And the question of that is no. Okay, so I'm kind of reminded as we're talking about this about one of the Star Wars movies. I think it was like the very first one. And, they go and they dive deep into this water and he goes, there's always a bigger fish, right? There's always somebody who's going to be more powerful. There's always someone who's going to be more in control than you. And the thing is like, it is very true that over time, certain groups of other people, so men, women, white, black, whatever, have come to a place of taking control of others. So in order to be powerful, they had to have control. And the whole point of this is to say, that's not really power. If you are looking to be empowered, if you are looking to be a powerful person, you have to let that go. You have to let go of that victim mentality. Hey, Sarah, how's it going? How are you? Welcome. So you have to let go of that victim mentality. You have to let go of, I am oppressed, and so I must oppress others, right? That's exactly the world that we're living in right now, is this place of, in order for me to be in control, you can't be. And a lot of people are just going around rewriting history, rewriting policy, rewriting ideas to a place where, in a way that says, you can't be blah, blah, blah because you've done this in the past. And I'm reminded kind of the Salem witch trials. So I was reading this thing this morning and kind of the thing that set me off was I was reading this thing and it was like, women were persecuted during the witch trials. And if you were a woman, you weren't safe from being accused of being a witch. And here's the thing, you guys. I'm going to drop some knowledge on you right quick. Men were killed and persecuted during the witch trials too. Okay? Surprise, it wasn't just women. Okay? Men love magic. They are intuitive. They have a feminine side, just like we do, just like we have a masculine side. And for us to rewrite history, for us to control the narrative, right? To control is not empowering. We are not empowering each other by taking the control from others. The way to empower other people is to say, you are good and you have wonderful things inside of you. You have inherent gifts that maybe I don't have, and that's just as wonderful. Whatever else is going on, whatever way you look, whatever way you speak, none of that matters because you are a fellow human. You have gifts to bring into this world just like I do. Yeah, Facebook got me going, you guys. I got to get off Facebook because sometimes I just read it and I'm like, what are you people talking about? That doesn't even make sense. Go to the library and get a history book, y'all. It's still light outside. How are you? Hey, Sarah. Yes, Pete, it is beautiful out here today. It's a little cold here today. Yes, the last few days it's been really warm, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, today it was a little bit icy and frosty. But other than that, everything is going really good. I'm here at my little spot, my little oasis. So okay, so sorry, to get back kind of on topic is um the whole point that my guides wanted to bring for you guys and to me was to say, so a couple of things. So first of all, if you have a mind state of a victim mentality and resentfulness and sorry, there's always kind of dust floating around. I'm like, there's um you look so 90s today for some, yeah, with my tie-dye, right? Um so if you, so sorry, now I'm getting off track because I'm reading the comments. Don't read the comments till we're done. Okay. So if you're living in that victim mind state and you are coming from a resentful place, so because you are a man, you must oppress women. Because you are white, you must have oppressed Black people. If you are straight, then you must oppress gay people, right? Like there's always a separation, right? So because of this victim mentality, then I assume that you are this. So in order for you to be dropped down to my level so you understand what it means to be a victim, we're going to do X, Y, or Z. So here's the thing, you guys. If you're living in that mind state, you will always be a victim. Always. You always will be. Because people aren't perfect and people always say and do very stupid things that make people feel a certain way. So if you are allowing somebody to make you feel blah, 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 then you are living in a victim mind state. Drink Pepsi. So yeah, so break yourself out of that. Empower yourself to not be affected by what other people are saying and doing, because then when you break out of that, when you break away from the expectations and the societal oppression, because it really is like cultural oppression. If you believe that somebody is lesser than you because of any reason, then you are falling into the victim mind state, because there's always a bigger fish. And drink Pepsi. I don't drink soda, but I guess if I did, I could drink Pepsi. I don't know. I drink water. But yeah. So anyway, do you guys have any questions about that, or any wonderings, or any like questions of clarification? Because honestly, I'm coming to this place on YouTube because with you guys, a lot of the things I've been getting, a lot of the messages I've been receiving lately is like, hey, stay in your lane. Hey, be your own boss. Hey, do what you need to do to succeed in your life. Because if you're going to let other people break in, then there's no way you can break out, right? Because it really is your own glass square box. Okay. It's tactics, girl, and too many people are falling for it. Absolutely. It really is like, like I was watching the news this morning, which I always swear I'm never going to do, because I really don't like the way that they perpetuate this oppression, right? The news perpetuates oppression. So I really try to stay away from it. But today I was watching it, and I was watching about some riots going on. And you know, people who lived above the shop kind of came downstairs and was like, hey, don't break in here. We live upstairs. Don't burn down the building because we live here, whatever. Hey, James. So the people didn't end up burning. They stole everything in the store, but they didn't burn it down. And here, that's the thing, you guys, is people forget that it's not just a store. It's not just objects, right? People aren't just like this bag of things, right? It's not just an item. I am not an item, and you are not an item. We are humans, right? We have inherent feelings and lives and finances and worries and all these other things, right? And when we dwindle ourselves down to the things that are less, right? Whether that's being a woman or being Black or being gay or being transgender, whatever. If you dwindle yourself down to that, you are allowing yourself to become, one, a victim, and two, an item. So break yourself out of that. Coca-Cola is handing out pamphlets on how to be less white. Oh, interesting. I don't even know what to say to that, because you know, I've had people mention the color of my skin to me before as if I couldn't see myself in the mirror. And to me, like, I have to break out of that. You know, we can't be dwindled down to one thing, right? You can't be dwindled down to being black or being white or being Indian or being whatever. You can't break yourself down to one thing because there's so many things that make up who you are, right? So many things that make up me, right? I'm not just like this, right? I have so many other things. I have pets, I have a fiance, I've got a life, right? Like that's the title of the pamphlet. Wow. That's why Pete was saying drink Pepsi. Okay, gotcha. See, I don't watch the news and that kind of stuff because I just think it's so ludicrous because the issue is that people actually believe it. Like you were saying, people actually fall into it. They actually accept the narrative that people are lesser than anybody else because of these one little tiny points about who they are. Honestly, you know, what makes somebody like if I were to mention like a list of values about what makes up a good person, you may agree or disagree on certain points. But if being white or being a woman or being gay or being whatever is on that list of what makes somebody a good or bad person, I would really question you. Like I would challenge you profusely. Like, no, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Okay, so that's kind of my my thing for this morning. If you guys have any questions about that or clarifications, I really wanted my guides to kind of answer that for me because I think we're doing an injustice to our society by rewriting these narratives, by changing the course of history to uh, to validate or to perpetuate this idea that one group or another is a victim. Okay. So if I don't want to be a victim, then I can't allow myself to be claimed by anybody else as a victim. I have to stand up and be like, yeah, bad things have happened and people have done and said some pretty awful things. And still, I am a powerful human being. And still, I can succeed in this life. And still, despite what other people think, I can be victorious in my life. And let me tell you guys a little bit of a story. Okay, no worries, Sarah. Is it really International Women's Day? Is that why? Oh, that's funny. I didn't even know. See, I don't know. I'm not in the know of these things. Okay. Well, yeah, let me know if it works. That's funny. International Women's Day. Thanks, Pete. Sorry, now I lost my train of thought because I was like, I didn't know that. You're spot on, young lady. Thanks, James. I appreciate that. So anyway, despite all of that, like, I was going to tell you guys a story. Okay, so I mentioned this before. When I was 18 years old, I went into the Army. Okay, I was in the U.S. Army. And I had this great idea that I was going to be airborne. I was going to jump out of airplanes. I had a great job, right? And all of my family members were like, Angelina, bad idea. You are a woman. 1, 2, you are small, which I am, you guys. Like, I'm a pretty small person. It may not look like it, but I'm a pretty small person. Okay. And, you're too pretty. You're too pretty to be in the military. Okay. All of those things may be true. And still, I went into the military because nobody could tell me otherwise, right? Like, I was going to do this and I was going to do this for me. And that's thanks, James. But the point of it is that, like, I could not be dwindled down to one thing. I could not be dwindled down to these expectations or these values that I couldn't do something because I needed to break out of that. We all have to break out of that mentality, that victimhood mentality, that I can't make it because I am blah, blah, blah mentality. Because the fact of the matter is anything that you want in this life, you can have. Anything. You can have anything you want. You can really do whatever. And the fact of the matter is people will say, especially nowadays, they'll say, you're not doing your kids any justice by telling them that they can accomplish anything in their life. And I really question that. I really challenge that because you can do anything. If you want to like stop your current life and whatever it is that you're doing and go a whole different course of action, like, right? Like, I can stop everything I'm doing and I can go to medical school right now. Like, I won't like it. I wouldn't enjoy it, but I could do that, right? Like, if that was my dream, if that was what I wanted, if I just now decided I want to become a surgeon, I could go do that. And people do. right? Some people are 45 years old, 50 years old, and they go back to medical school. I knew a lady who was 62. She went back to medical school and she is now a surgeon. Like, because why not, right? That's your passion. That's what you should do. You can't be dwindled down to your age. You can't be dwindled down to your experiences. You are what you want to be. There is no limits in this world, okay? Like, I'm doing a lot of work in manifesting, and I'm here to tell you there are no limits in this world. Anything that you want, you can have, right? Don't allow yourself to be dwindled down to anything. You are who you want to be. If you want to be great, then be great. If you want to be empowered, then be empowered. But I want to just really, nail in there, right? The last nail in that coffin is to say, if you are trying to take your power by controlling others, you aren't doing yourself any favors, and you aren't doing anything for anybody else. You're perpetuating that. You have to allow yourself to really come into who you are and allow others to come into who they are, despite all the little things that are stacked up against them. Okay? So I hope that makes sense to you guys. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit ranty because I was like, no, I'm not going to be a part of this. And, I wanted to like post something, but honestly, it's like, that's not, again, like, it's not my place, right? I'm not in a place of controlling others. If you want to believe that narrative, then that's fine. You can believe whatever you want to believe. And I'm going to be a part of the solution. I'm going to be a part of empowering people. That's what this channel is about. It is about empowering other people, empowering each other, being a part of a solution, being part of a community where we can all succeed if that's what we want, right? Okay, everyone, that's what I have for you guys today. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Thank you for listening and for being a part of my channel. If you guys ever have any questions or comments, let me know. A little bit later today, I'm hoping to post a video. I'm going to be doing a new crystal grid over there. And I bought some new crystals that I'm really excited. I'm probably going to share a video later about all the different crystals I got and what they mean and what they do and why I bought them. Yeah, I feel better now. Well, and the thing, Pete, so just for anybody who's listening to this, I want you guys to know a little something about how these channelings work, okay? So especially with my guides, is they like push, right? They push on me until I do these videos. And sometimes it can get a little bit heavy on me because it is also ranting. Like, I totally admit, like, rant party of one. And also my guides are like, talk about this, talk about this, talk about this, and talk about it. So, yeah, so I have to come up here and I have to talk about it as best as I can. But yeah, so a little bit later, I will be posting a little bit of a video about these crystals and this new crystal grid and what it means. And again, if you guys are new to my channel and if you enjoy listening to me rant, please make sure you like and subscribe, and also share my videos with anyone you think is interested. I do also plan on probably Wednesday doing a video about reading. So if anybody wants a reading, let me know. Did I? I don't think so. No, I didn't. I am connected to the internet here, so I don't know what's going on, but yeah. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Much love to you. Happy Women's Day, I guess. And a little bit of like a thing, because I always like to end these videos with like homework, I guess, is take notice of where you're placing yourself. Okay, if you're placing yourself in the victim mind state, or you're placing somebody else in the victim mind state, take a good look at yourself. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's not like a judgment. I do it too, right? Like, we all fall into these patterns, and we're programmed to believe that we are better than others, or that others are better than us. It's in our programming. It's in our culture. And it also starts with us. If we want it to be changed, it starts with us. Okay? All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys so much. It does look like I have some weird internet stuff going on. So I will see you guys all a little bit later. All right. Bye, everybody.